I am thrilled to be here this afternoon following lunch. Ye gads, this is always a great spot. But I do want to tell you about the work of the U.S. Vocations Committee. So what has the committee been doing? What is our charge as in the U.S. Council? First one, to build a culture of vocations. And we're trying to do it not only in our Serra clubs, but also in every parish in the United States, which I'll be talking about. Also, we want to monitor and update Spark. It's a website. Links break. So we try at least twice a year to go and press everything to make sure it's all working. So that's a big part of what our committee does. The other thing, every other month, so we just had one this week in January, we host a virtual meeting. We have not the best attendance, but boy, we have great meetings. We had Mike Downey this past Monday talking about leadership, and then also Maura Lett talking from Arlington, Virginia, talking about listening to the Holy Spirit as we do vocation work in our clubs. And then other duties, some of the things that we've done, we support all vocation VPs in any club, anywhere. We work on a committee manual, we've surveyed our membership, we've updated the website, and then the piece de resistance, the Ignite workshop. So the Ignite workshop is actually training for parishes on how to start a parish vocation ministry right there in their parish. So the workshop came along actually at the instigation of Rosemary Sullivan, who is the executive director of NCDVD, the National Conference of Diocesan Vocation Directors. And she said, hey, Serrans, you know how to work for vocations. Couldn't you do some sort of training? Could you provide some sort of a workshop on helping every parish in the United States get a parish vocation ministry? So we did. I mean, there was a lot of work involved, but we put together that workshop, and we unveiled it in August of 2019 in Vancouver at the NCDVD. And the vocation directors loved it. They were just so excited about that. The workshop itself, okay, let's see. Good. The workshop itself, when it first came out, talked about forming, maintaining, and sustaining parish vocation ministries with Spark. That's our secret weapon, Spark. The kinds of objectives of the workshop, and this is going to sound very familiar to you. Look, they have 3 objectives. Foster new vocations, affirm existing vocations, and increase their holiness. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's the Serra mission, and that's what we want everyone at that workshop to be doing with vocations. So our goal actually was to build that culture of vocations in every parish in the United States and Canada, where we got big plans for Canada at some point. We do this all by focusing on Spark. Remember, the Spark website was actually built for diocesan vocation directors, again, at the impetus of NCDVD, who said, you've got all these things, could you put them in one spot? So right now, we've got 28 tools guaranteed to get vocations to the priesthood and vowed religious life on that Spark website. And we're looking at it and adding tools as we speak. Some of you may have heard, and I think Dick keeps announcing it, we just got a $10,000 grant from the SI Foundation. Thank you, Foundation. And we're going to use it to translate that Spark website into Spanish because we really need that. So when people come to the workshop, what are they learning? Most of all, they're going to learn about Spark and how to use it at the parish level. They're going to learn about parish vocation ministries, how to form that ministry, how to recruit people for that ministry. They're going to form that. They're going to learn how to put notes in the bulletin, how to talk at Mass, how to meet people after Mass and invite them. We're going to tell them what the responsibilities are. I mean, you just don't go back and say, oh, Father, here, you need to start this. No, those people are, when they go back to their parishes, they will be able to start that parish vocation ministry. We're going to tell them how to do a mission statement, how to do strategic planning, how to get goals, how to get objectives, so that when they go back to the parish, they're ready to work. We'll help them maintain it, and better yet, we'll help them sustain it by pairing them with a Serra mentor for 1 year, a Serran, who will call them once a month and say, what can I do to help you? That's a critical piece for success. The first, I said, we unveiled this in August. By October 12th, we had a workshop in the Diocese of Pittsburgh. It was great, and it was our first workshop, and Dick Ahrens and Greg, wherever Greg is, were the facilitators for this workshop. It was an amazing success. There were 9 parishes, and then I actually acted as a mentor for St. Bernard of Clairvaux Parish in Pittsburgh. I live in Indiana, but I mentored them for a year. Then, following that, the Diocese of Tucson, Father Jorge invited us, and Judy Cousins went there and did the workshop. And they had 6 parishes, and it was such a success, they decided, we're doing this again. Oh, it was so wonderful. And then, do you know what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. So, the Diocese of Worcester, the Diocese of St. Petersburg, Florida, the Diocese of Omaha, the Diocese of Tucson, the Diocese of Cleveland, the Diocese of Jefferson City, and the Diocese of Lafayette, Indiana canceled because we had COVID and we couldn't meet. We actually looked at, could we do this virtually? And guess what? It's hard to do it virtually. You need that face-to-face. I need other Serrans in the audience. We couldn't do it virtually. So boy, we were on hold until God bless the Diocese of San Angelo, Texas, that has no Serra clubs. But Father Ryan Rojo there invited us to host the Ignite workshop just this past September. And it was amazing. Greg went there, and he went with Betty Lara. And since there were there's no Serrans there, so we were sort of flying by the seat of our pants. Adam Lara went along too, just to have somebody there to help with it. We had 7 parishes attend that training, and right now, 4 of those parishes are actively working with a Serra mentor. Really exciting. Bishop Michael Siss, what a great host. He met with them before the workshop, and then afterwards, I always follow up with a little thank you note to the vocation director and the bishop. And Bishop wrote back a personal letter, and he said, the event was very successful, and I pray that it may bear good fruit in the future of our diocese. Thanks to you and all members of the U.S. Council of Serra International for helping us build a strong culture of vocations. Amazing. And then last but not least, Judy Cousins and I went to the Diocese of Colorado Springs in October, the end of October, and we were invited by Father Kyle Engels, and it was held at their Newman Center, a brand new Newman Center that had just opened, I think, in March, and it was attended by 10 parishes. It was amazing. That picture of the group who attended, they tell me that's Pikes Peak in the background. That's what they told me. So that's everybody. And you'll see there's some priests in that audience. We had 4 priests who attended, a couple of deacons, and a seminarian who also came along for the training. We couldn't have done that training, though, without the Serrans of Colorado Springs, who were probably one of the most amazing groups I've ever worked with. And Rosemary, are you here? Okay, there she is. She's back there. Rosemary really was the big help for us in Colorado Springs. And that's Father Kyle in the picture there with Judy and myself. So what do we got looking forward to? Whoa, at the end of the month, Dick and Greg are going to the Diocese of St. Petersburg in Florida. I'm very excited about that. We've rescheduled that particular workshop 4 times due to different outbreaks of COVID, 4 times. So this one's going to work. And then Bridgeport, Connecticut, Bishop there was so excited to invite us, and his vocation director, they decided that not only do they want a training in English, which will be on March 19th with Greg and Gino DiMattia, but they also want one in Spanish. This will be the first workshop done in Spanish. We've always had the PowerPoint that we use translated into Spanish and available for anyone. But this time it will be in Spanish, and it'll be Adam Lara and Betty Ramirez Lara will be going to that. And then following up in Omaha in April, talking to some other dioceses. I know we'll have more. It's a wonderful, wonderful workshop. Doesn't cost the diocese anything. The diocese just gets a venue and provides lunch. Or if they have an active Serra club, the Serra club, as in Colorado Springs, provided all the hospitality and lunch. The diocese just gets the venue, gets the equipment, and sends out the invitation, makes some copies. What the local Serra club, we invite the local Serrans, if there is a local Serran club, to come and join us that day. So to act as table leaders, to act as resources, to help with a discussion. They were really instrumental in Colorado as we started putting strategic plans together, because the parishes walk away with a strategic plan. They walk away with goals that they'll put into place when they get back to their parish. So the local Serrans could sit and help craft that strategic plan. It was amazing. And then afterwards, Serrans can act as mentors for every single parish. We hold a mentor training, we hold a facilitator training. And then the U.S. Council, we actually fly the presenters there. We bear that expense. So we fly the presenters, we house the presenters, we send a big box of goodies from Vianney Vocation, we send a Spark sampler. All that is part of what your dues go to, which is an amazing, amazing thing. So it's a great partnership, but what can you do? I mean, seriously, what can you do about this? You can decide as a club to support the training. You can get trained as a facilitator. Right now, I think I have about 18 facilitators who are trained. Just a great group. But as we move to different areas of the country, we've been sort of in the, I guess Colorado is the farthest west we've been. So as we move to different areas in the country, I'd like to have a better pool of facilitators so we can get them out into different places. Also, be trained as a mentor. The facilitator training takes about maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, because basically going through the PowerPoint, giving you the cues, telling you what you need to be doing. The mentor training, 45 minutes. And I know a lot of you have done that already. I think I have about 30 mentors, but boy, I can always use more mentors. And you do not have to live anywhere near the club, the parish that you mentor. So it's a great opportunity. What's it going to cost you to be a mentor? It's going to cost you 18 hours of your time. An hour a month to do a phone call, and then about 30 minutes a month to fill out a form and send it to me. So 18 hours is your total commitment for that. And I really need it for the diocese of St. Petersburg, Bridgeport, and Omaha. Talk to your diocesan vocation director. We can't go unless the vocation director invites us or the bishop invites us. So talk to your diocesan vocation director. Ask the DVD to talk to the bishop and to invite us. Contact me if you'd like to have a workshop or if you've got questions about a workshop. Volunteer to help at the diocesan training. When you hear we're coming, be there. St. Petersburg's doing a really good job right now. I know they've already reached out and contacted Dick and Mike to say, you know, we're going to be there for you. So think about that when they come. And then really pray for the success. Now, this last slide says, ask me questions, but I've just been told we can't ask any questions. So I will be around, or, you know, if you can't find my email, ask the Chicago office. John usually can figure out how to get in touch with me. Okay, did I do it?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Give Dr. Roat a hand.